A study of 10,000 millionaires by Ramsey Solutions found that 79% of them did not receive any inheritance. They built their wealth on ordinary incomes, using specific financial habits applied consistently over time. Today you are going to see exactly which habits produce those results and how to apply them, starting this month regardless of your current income level. Welcome to Rich Mind Daily. This is part 3 of our money saving series. In parts 1 and 2 we covered the foundational strategies that recover hundreds of dollars per month, and the advanced techniques that eliminate hidden financial waste. Today we are connecting all of it to the bigger picture. The specific money-saving habits that do not just reduce expenses but actually build lasting wealth over time when applied consistently. Let us get into it. The emergency fund that changes your entire financial psychology. Most people approach money saving as a discipline problem. The research tells a different story. A study from the Urban Institute found that having just $250 to $750 in emergency savings was more predictive of long-term financial stability than income level, education, or employment status. The reason is psychological. When there is no financial buffer, every unexpected expense becomes a crisis that derails saving momentum and often creates debt. When a buffer exists, the same unexpected expenses are simply absorbed, and the saving continues uninterrupted. The target for a fully functional emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses, held in a high-yield savings account. But the research shows that even 1 month of expenses in reserve fundamentally changes financial decision-making by removing the desperation that drives expensive short-term choices. Building the emergency fund before investing is not conservative thinking. It is the foundation that makes all other financial progress possible and sustainable. The sinking fund strategy that eliminates financial surprises permanently. One of the most consistent sources of financial disruption for ordinary households is predictable expenses that are treated as surprises. Car maintenance, annual insurance premiums, holiday spending, medical co-pays, and home repairs all arrive on a predictable schedule, yet most households have no dedicated funds for them. The result is that genuinely predictable costs create the same financial disruption as genuine emergencies. The sinking fund strategy eliminates this entirely. A sinking fund is a dedicated savings category for a known future expense. You calculate the annual cost, divide by 12, and transfer that amount monthly into a labeled subaccount. A car maintenance budget of $1,200 becomes $100 per month. A $600 annual insurance premium becomes $50 per month. When the expense arrives, the money is already there. No disruption, no debt, no derailed savings momentum. Households that use sinking funds report significantly lower financial stress and higher overall savings rates because the psychological impact of financial surprises is eliminated entirely. The lifestyle audit that catches financial drift before it compounds. Financial drift is the gradual, invisible accumulation of spending that was never consciously approved, but was also never consciously rejected. It happens when income increases, slightly produce proportional lifestyle increases that feel modest individually, but compound dramatically over time. A study from Princeton University found that lifestyle expenditure increases track income, increases almost perfectly for the majority of households, meaning that raises and bonuses produce almost no improvement in actual savings rates without deliberate intervention. The lifestyle audit is the intervention. Once per quarter, review every spending category against the previous quarter and ask one question about each change. Was this increase a deliberate, intentional choice, or did it simply happen without active decision? Categories where spending increased without a conscious decision are targets for reduction. This audit takes 30 minutes quarterly and consistently identifies $100 to $300 per month of drift spending that can be redirected to savings without any meaningful lifestyle impact. The automation system that removes willpower from saving entirely. Every financial behavior that requires willpower to execute will eventually fail, not because people lack discipline, but because willpower is a finite daily resource that competes with every other demand on attention and energy. The solution is automation that makes saving the default behavior rather than the deliberate one. The optimal automation system has 3 components. First, a standing order that transfers a fixed savings amount to a dedicated account the day after every paycheck arrives. Second, automatic investment contributions that fund retirement and investment accounts before discretionary spending begins. Third, automatic bill payments that eliminate late fees and ensure essential expenses are covered regardless of monthly attention levels. Research from the Employee Benefit Research Institute found that automatic enrollment in retirement savings plans increased participation rates from 49% to 86%, with zero change in plan features or benefits. The behavior did not change because people became more disciplined. It changed because the system made saving automatic and spending the residual rather than the reverse. The one number that predicts wealth better than income or investment returns. After analyzing the financial outcomes of thousands of households over decades, researchers consistently find that one variable predicts long-term wealth accumulation more reliably than income level: investment returns, or market conditions. That variable is the gap between income and spending expressed as a percentage. Every percentage point increase in the savings rate produces a compounding improvement in wealth accumulation that dwarfs the impact of equivalent improvements in investment returns. Moving from a 10% savings rate to a 20% savings rate does not just double the money going into investments, it simultaneously reduces the lifestyle cost that the eventual investment portfolio needs to sustain, reducing the retirement target while increasing the speed of reaching it. The households that build genuine wealth on ordinary incomes are almost never the ones who found exceptional investment returns. They are the ones who consistently protected and grew the gap between what they earned and what they spent for long enough that compound growth did the heavy lifting. 5 habits that connect money saving to genuine wealth building. Build a financial buffer that changes your psychology. Use sinking funds to eliminate predictable financial surprises. Conduct quarterly lifestyle audits to catch financial drift. Automate saving so it never requires willpower, and obsess over the gap between income and spending as your primary financial metric. These habits applied consistently on any income level are the actual mechanism behind ordinary people building extraordinary financial outcomes. If this series gave you a framework you can actually use, hit the like button right now. Subscribe to Rich Mind Daily so you do not miss our next video on exactly how to invest your savings once the habits are in place. Drop a comment below. What is your current savings rate and where do you want it to be? I read every single comment. See you in the next one.